Okay. Hi, I'm Pandu from the Red Closet podcast. For those of you who like watching Korean dramas, you must be familiar with Gumiho. Yes, there are many Korean dramas that tell about Gumiho. So, in this episode, I'm gonna tell the story of Gumiho, a mythological creature from Korea. Gumiho, the legend of the nine-tailed fox from Korea. This legend first appeared centuries ago in China. In the ancient Chinese texts Classical Mountains and Seas, the earliest record of a nine-tailed fox mentions that a nine-tailed fox originated and lived in a country called Qingchu, which means Eastern Country, and was later specifically used to refer to Korea, since the era of the Three Kingdoms of Korea. The Gumiho and other versions of the myth and folklore of the nine-tailed fox share the same concept. All described fox spirits as the result of great longevity, said to be foxes that had lived for 1,000 years, and gave them the power of shapeshifting, usually appearing in the guise of a woman. In contrast to the Huli Jing originating from China and the Kitsune from Japan, often depicted with ambiguous morals, perhaps good or bad, the Gumiho is almost always treated as an evil figure who eats human flesh. In other literature, Gumiho are often depicted as half-fox and half-bloodthirsty creatures who wander the graves at night, digging human hearts from graves. The fairy tale The Fox Sister depicts a fox spirit who preys on a family for their heart. However, according to Gyuwan Sawa, the Gumiho is described as a lucky fox spirit with a book in its mouth. The most distinctive feature that distinguishes Gumiho from Kitsune and Huli Jing is the presence of yeogusul, meaning marble or fox bead, which is said to contain knowledge. According to Korean mythology, yeogusul grants power to Gumiho and knowledge, and intelligence, to people if they can steal and swallow it. Gumiho can absorb human energy with it. The method of absorbing energy with yeogusul resembles a deep kiss. It means kissing with the tongue. Gumiho sends yeogusul into people's mouths and then snatches it back with their tongues. However, if that person swallows yeogusul, and then observes sky, earth, and human, then that person will gain that power and knowledge. Besides yeogusul, Gumiho can also turn into a human, usually turning into a beautiful woman. Despite being able to change shape, there are still some body parts that are basically fox-like, such as the ears that remain pointed when the Gumiho is in human form, or the 9 tails that are only visible when the wedding dress is removed. Despite being able to change between human and fox forms, a Gumiho takes great care to maintain his true identity. As I mentioned before, apart from having bad qualities, Gumiho are also known as evil creatures. According to legend, a fox that lives for 1,000 years will become a Gumiho. Gumiho transform themselves as beautiful women to seduce men and then eat their hearts. Gumiho will trick unsuspecting people into eating their hearts by turning into human form. They can sometimes be found in cemeteries, where they feast on the graves of recently deceased people. Gumiho must consume human hearts to attain human life force or energy. As in the fairy tale The Fox Sister, depicts a fox spirit who preys on a family for the heart. Gumiho are bound by supernatural powers, living a life connected to humanity but outside of the human realm. Like werewolves and other shapeshifters, the existence of the Gumiho is the envy of some, but a curse to the Gumiho themselves. Humans and foxes both believe that humanity is the preferred state. In Buddhism, the part of the karmic ladder by which the soul migrates according to spiritual merit, man is at its peak. It is believed that with great will a Gumiho can rise from the state of a Yakwe, monster, become a permanent human and release his evil nature. In Korean folklore, there are several ways for Gumiho to return to being human, such as 1. In other Korean folklore, Gumiho must refrain from killing and eating humans, or in some stories any flesh, for 1,000 days. 2. In the story, Gumiho, Tale of the Fox's Child, a person who has discovered the true nature of a Gumiho must not tell anyone about its secret for 10 years. 3. In the story, Gu Family Book, during a period of 100 days, Gumiho must not show their true form to humans, not take human or animal life, and help anyone who needs help. If a Gumiho fails this quest, Gumiho will lose her chance to become a human and will become a demon for 1,000 years. And the last, in the story, the 1,000th man, Gumiho must consume the hearts of 1,000 men for 1,000 years. If that feat is not accomplished by the end of the 1,000 years, the Gumiho will dissolve into a bubble. Okay, that's all from the Gumiho story. If you have a request or suggestion, you can write it in the comment below. If you like this content, please share to your friends and family and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you all.